Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I created this robot inspired look. My daughter has been walking around acting like a robot lately, so she's the one that gave me this really good idea. It took me about 2 hours to create this look, so just keep that in mind if you decide to recreate this. If you want to be a robot for Halloween, then just keep watching. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face. I'm using this Prime Time foundation primer by Bare Minerals, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face like I would a lotion. And you really want your foundation to look flawless and perfect when it goes on because you are supposed to be a robot, so that's why I decided to use this one. Whenever I want my skin and my foundation to look super flawless, I always reach for my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation because it's super pigmented and it hides every single little thing, and your skin is going to look like mannequin skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it to the top half of my face. I'm not going to go all the way down with it, and I'm using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to really buff it into the skin. And now I'm just going to fill in my brows using my Anastasia Dipbrow pomade in the color dark brown. And I'm going to fill them in really dark and heavy. I want them to look drawn in. I want them to look really artificial, fake. I don't want them to look natural at all. So you can go pretty heavy-handed with the Dipbrow, and you're just going to draw them in and carve them out if you have to. And you just really want them to look as fake as possible. This is the time to do it because you want to look like someone made you. The palette that I'm going to use today is by BH Cosmetics. It's the second edition color palette, and I'm just going to go in with this white eyeshadow, and I'm going to place it on the brow bone to highlight, and it's also going to help with the transition color in the crease. It's going to help to blend, and you can see here that it doesn't look super duper white. If you are a darker complexion, then you can go with something that is just a few shades lighter than your skin tone. I'm also going to put some of that white eyeshadow in the inner tear duct area as well, just to highlight and brighten this area. Using the same BH Cosmetics palette, I'm going to take this camel color. It's a matte, and I'm just going to place that in the crease area with a large fluffy blending brush. And then I'm just also going to bring this color down the side of my nose to really contour and make my nose look as straight as possible. You really want everything to be perfection. So I'm just going to bring that on the side of my nose, and make sure whatever eyeshadow you use that it's a matte. Next, I'm going to go in with this champagne gold color, and I'm just going to take my finger and tap it on the lids. And I'm just going to softly blend it into that nice camel color, as well as the inner tear duct highlight. And then you just want to stay right underneath the crease as well. And now you just want to take a black eyeliner and softly line your lids. I'm not doing anything too dramatic, no winged eyeliner or anything. I just really want to get really close to the lash line, and you also want a tight line with this. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to place some really thick eyelashes on, and I don't want the band to be visible or any flesh to show through, just in case I don't get it as close to the lash line as I want. Also, don't forget to place some mascara on your top and bottom lashes. It really doesn't matter what type of mascara you use on the top because we are going to be using some false lashes, but on the bottom I really like to use my Sonia Kashuk mascara because it's a drier formula and it just really makes them long and wispy. And while I wait for my mascara to dry, I'm just going to contour and really warm up my skin using my Kat Von D Shady Business Bronzer, the first one I believe, with a large fluffy powder brush by Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just going to place this in my cheek area as well as the hairline. And for a highlight slash blush, I'm going to use my Cindy Lou-Manizer from the Balm right on the tops of my cheeks. And I just really want to blend that out, and this is just going to give me that really subtle glow. For blush, I'm using Quickie by Urban Decay. It's a really soft powder pink. And I'm going to place that on the apples of my cheeks and then work it towards the hairline. And this is just going to give me that really pretty artificial looking blush. And I really want my skin to glow and gleam, so I'm using my Pixie highlight right on the tops of my cheeks, and I'm doing this pretty heavy-handedly. I really want my skin to shine and look flawless. And now I'm just going to pop on some lashes. These are Starlet by House of Lashes. They're super thick and wispy. And now I can move on to the bottom part of my face. I'm just using this little kit that I got from the Halloween store, and I'm using the white part, the white face paint, and I'm going to create a sort of mask. I want it to look like a piece has been removed from my face, and I kind of made it so that it swooped down right underneath my cheekbones. But you can kind of create any shape that you want, and then you just want to pack that on. And then I was looking for something within my collection that is a silver white type of shade. So if you have something that's kind of a silver metallic but more on the white side, then use that. The only thing that I could find was a limited edition Kat Von D eyeshadow, but anything that you have in your collection would be good. And I'm just going to put that on top of the white, and then I'm going to start drawing the robot nose. So I just drew it with some eyeliner, and then I'm going over it with a black eyeshadow. This is from that limited edition Kat Von D palette. It is a sparkly black that I used. And then I'm just using my Anastasia Dipbrow that was left over from doing my brows with my angled eyeliner brush, and I'm just kind of drawing out the shape that I want. And you can see here that we're first going to do the metal part. And this, I like using this brown because it's not too harsh. Just in case you mess up, you can very easily wipe it off. And then with some gel eyeliner, I'm using NYX Epic Mousse gel liner and a small pointy, it's not an eyeliner brush because I got it from the craft store, but you just want something that is easy to draw with. And then I'm just outlining some teeth. And then once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and outline the entire shape that I created with the white face paint. So you're just basically drawing everything on the little mask area. Once you have outlined everything, then you can go in with that metallic white silver eyeshadow and just really pack it on. Only the part that you drew. We want to leave that white area white for the circuit board. And then I am just using a black eyeshadow to really start shading everything. I just really want it to be really dark towards the outer part and then get lighter towards the center. This is just going to give it a lot more dimension, more depth, and make it look more artificial. So you just want to do some shading with a black eyeshadow, and then you will lose some of the outline, so then you want to go over it again with a black gel liner to really intensify that line, and try to get everything really sharp as possible. And now I'm just going to go in with some highlighting. I'm using my Lime Crime Lunar C eyeliner. It's super pigmented, and I'm just going to highlight on the sides there of my mouth, as well as the tip of my nose and the teeth. And then I'm going back into the BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm taking this blue here, and I'm just going to pack it on wherever I have the white on the sides of my teeth. You just want to pack it on with a large fluffy eyeshadow brush and try and get something that is matte. Actually, you can use something that is metallic if you want, but I wanted a matte to make it look more like a circuit board. And then you just want to grab something that you can go off of. This is what I found on my husband's bookshelf. So I'm just kind of copying this little circuit board here, this little computer. And then I am creating the backdrop. So it really helps to have a little inspiration piece nearby to go off of. And that's going to make it look a lot better than if you were just to kind of make something up. And then I wanted to add some metallicness to the circuit board, so I just filled in some white areas with a metallic eyeliner, and then right here I'm just putting on some glitter, and then I'm going to put some glitter on my mask as well to make it look super shiny and like metal. And that is pretty much it. This is the completed look. I hope that you guys found this tutorial helpful. Let me know if you guys recreate this look. I would love to see it if you guys decide to be a robot for Halloween. Don't forget to hashtag me on Instagram, hashtag Justine21. And thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next Halloween tutorial.